Welcome to Leader Lifestyle Hub. As we have set the target of completing 200 book summaries in the entire year, we are here at the book number 97. And the name of the book that we have today is Build a Story Brand, written by Donald Miller. Let me share my screen. Okay, great. So this book is targeted for bloggers, marketing executives, and anyone who wants to have confidence when someone asks what they do. Let me repeat the target audience. Blogger who is not sure how to describe what their blog does, and marketing executives, those who do marketing job every day and who wants to help people connect with their brand better, like customer retention, all other things. And anyone who wants to have confidence when someone asks what they do. So this is the targeted audience of the book, Building a Story Brand, written by Donald Miller. Let us see the synopsis. Building a story brand is a guide to turning your sales page and product page into an adventure for your clients by identifying the 7 steps to successful storytelling as a company and how to craft the clearest message possible so that they will understand and want to be part of it. Let us hear from the author itself, Donald Miller. In every line of copy we write, means copywriting, we are either serving the customer's story or descending into confusion. We are either making music or making noise. So remember that whenever you are copywriting, we are either telling the customer story or we are descending into confusion. Similarly, making music or making noise. So I have been blogging for 2 years this month. It's been a crazy and exciting and even confusing journey at some times. So a few months ago, I began a new website also. I felt like I had it all figured out well, really clearly until I got some feedback that made me wonder how I would respond if someone asked me what I do with the site. I have purchased lots of websites and many people ask that why you purchase it. I simply purchase it like that. I used to reply, but that directed me to Donald Miller and a YouTube video of him explaining what a story brand one-liner is. What a story brand one-liner is and how to build it. After watching and adjusting my brand's story, I feel significantly more confident in what I'm doing. Building a story brand is a super interesting book and concept. It's been hard for me to figure out how to describe what I do until I discovered it. Now I am excited for when people ask me what I do and confident that visitors to website will connect with my own brand's story. And I can't wait for the next time someone asks me what I do. That's just one reason why I loved this reading book, Miller's book, Building a Story Brand. And the tagline of this book is clarify your message so customers will listen. Clarify your message so customers will listen is the tagline. He'll show why stories are so important for your brand to succeed and how to craft the perfect one for your company. Let us see the top 3 lessons from this book. Here are 3 of the most exciting lessons I got from the book. Make your customer the hero of your story and help them fulfill just one of their desires. Make your customer the hero of your story and help them fulfill just one of their desires. Identify people's problems and pain points as the villain to keep them interested. So if you watch a movie, in that hero will be the customer, villain will be their pain points or their problems. Help customers see the transformation they will get after they purchase your product by giving them a vision. So hero, customer, villain is pain points, end result is a transformation. It's a story time, or should I say story brand time. Let's get started. Lesson number 1. Help your customers fulfill only one of their desires and make them the hero of your story. We remember best the stories that have a hero. Means even we remember the movies which having a hero and villain, and finally they fight each other and hero win and villain loses. You can't really tell a good story without a hero. The same is true for your brand's story. You just need to make sure that your hero is your customer. If you focus well on people's needs, they'll keep coming back to you. Means if you focus on people needs, they'll keep coming back to you. That's because your story has the power to make them think of you while they are hearing it and then think of your product in real life. One example of how not to do this is a luxury resort that muddled their story up in bad design. Let me give you example. A luxury resort is there that muddled their story up in bad design in the website. Their website had regular pictures of the restaurant and the front desk. It included a section of long text telling how the resort came to be. It was not so clear and didn't focus on customers' desires, which brings us to another important point about telling a good story, which is nothing but you need to make sure it focuses on only one of their desires. It's not enough to just list all your customer services and hope for the best. You need to make it clear by identifying how your offering will fulfill their needs. Just select only one of your customer pain points and make it products or services only on that. Eventually, the luxury hotel we mentioned earlier figured out that the one thing their customers wanted was to relax. Means if your customer want to relax in the luxury resort, make that as a powerful tagline. That made it easy for them to update the website with minimal text and minimal pictures of towels and massages. Let us move to the lesson number 2. Before going to lesson number 2, let me repeat this. Help your customers fulfill only one of their desires and make them the hero of your story. Let us see the lesson number 2. To keep people interested, set their problems and pain points as the villain. We have said the hero of the film, that is nothing but a customer. Now we are setting the villain. If you are like me and enjoy solving problems like Rubik's cubes and chess problems, all this, you are here interested in solving problems, you will be happy to learn that one of the points in the story brand framework is problem solving. It doesn't matter if it is a simple process that needs fixing or something more extravagant. Your customers need their problems solved. But the good news is that you will begin engaging with them well if you only mention the difficulties that you know they experience. When we feel understood, it's like psychological air that makes us want to listen to whoever is expressing their awareness of how we feel. That's what your customers get when you know their struggles and express that. Let me repeat this. So when we feel understood about their challenges, pain, problems, it's like the psychological air that makes us want to listen to whoever it is expressing their awareness of how we feel. That's what your customers get when you know their struggles and express that. It's best to turn these problems, they need a solution, into villains that they, as the hero of the story, and need to vanquish. So as a hero is a customer, we need to set their problems and seeking the solution. That is also a villain. If you had a time management app, let us take an example. If you had a time management app, you would want to identify distractions as the villain. Then anything that takes time away from the customer is the bad guy that they with your product can beat. Means If you have time management app, your app should maintain all the distractions out. So then only your app will be the hero for your customer. You can also help people solve internal issues like feelings. It's easy to only talk about the external problems people have, but you will truly get to people with the deeper emotions that motivate them. Let us take another example, a house painter. You might have seen a house painter who could stand out by identifying the feelings of embarrassment that a customer might have if they don't get their house painted. Like if a painter is there and if the home is not painted properly, the customer get embarrassed, right? Similarly, a house painter could stand out by identifying the feelings of embarrassment that a customer might have if they don't get their house painted for a long time. So we have set the hero as a customer in the lesson number 1. Now we have set the problems and pain points as the villain. Now let us see the third powerful lesson. Give customers a vision of transformation they will accomplish by purchasing your product. This is the main storyline. Stories get exciting when a problem comes up that threatens the chance of a happy ending. Stories get exciting when a problem comes up that threatens the chances of a happy ending. Nobody wants their own story to have a grim ending. That's why it is best to identify the happily ever after that they can get once your product helps them vanquish their villains. People really want success. What people want? Success. And you can also help them have a vision of how your product gets that for them. Means your product should give success for your customers. So these are the 3 desires your product or service should maintain. One is status, second one is completeness, and third one is self-acceptance. 3 desires you can include in your product or services so that it will help them feel your product is visioned for success. We can see the powerful motivation of the status in movies where the underdog wins. Like when a geeky guy gets an attractive girl. Means when a hero is not so talented or no multi-talented, gets an attractive girl, that's how the status shows in movies. This is appealing to nerdy man because the guy's status improves in a way they didn't anticipate was possible. You can do this by offering a membership with perks that non-members don't have access to, like how we are doing in our case. We have a membership, only those people have the access of blog, website, and videos. So you can do this by offering a membership with perks that non-members don't have access to. So this is having a special status which improves the way of a product or service. Second step is completeness. Completeness is the main idea behind happily ever after. It's when there are no obstacles left in the way of having everything in life be perfect. People feel motivated by this because of the satisfaction and fulfillment that it brings. So we have status, like offering a membership. Completeness is like coming out of the obstacles in the way. And finally, self-acceptance. Finally, people want to have a sense of self-acceptance. One example of this was a marketing tactic of the clothing company, American Eagle. They decided to appeal to people's desire for self-acceptance by running an ad using regular people with blemishes and everything rather than the fake airbushed models we are all used to. So people want to have a sense of self-acceptance. So here is an example, a marketing tactic used by American Eagle. They decided to appeal to the people's desire of self-acceptance with the help of running an ad using the regular people who use the product with blemishes and everything rather than the fake graphic oriented avatars and airbushed models we all used to in our running ads. So they use the real people for running ads. So let me repeat the 3 lessons. If you want to build a story brand, 3 things you need to keep: make your customer as a hero, identify their problems and pain points as the villains, and finally help customers see the transformation once they get purchase of your product or services by giving them a vision with the help of 3 steps: status, completeness, and self-acceptance. I've selected this book because I have gone through one movie yesterday with the help of with the family. So it was also a story brand. It was a family-oriented movie. So I connected to that hero, villain, and storyline. So that is the reason I have selected this book. So I recommend you to watch any motivation movies. Also, it will give you a proper picture line, will help you to create a own story brand with the help of 3 things. One is hero, second one is villain, and identify the transformation. These three points are very important. Why? Because every watcher of a movie or every movie watcher wants the happy ending. That is nothing but the transformation. If the transformation is not happy ending, people will not like the movie. In the same way, people will not like a story brand if there is no transformation. So find out your customer needs only one desire. Out of all the desires of your customer, make it one desire as a top point. Identify people's challenges as your villains and work out on them, and helps customers to see the transformation. That's it. With the help of 3 steps, we can build our own story brand. That's how the Donald Miller says, don't make people to make noise. Instead of that, make some music for them. Thank you so much. See you in another book summary tomorrow. Until then, stay connected, keep progressing. And if you have any queries and any doubts, you can message